everybody, and welcome to the very first video and movie review that the Amateur Hour production company has ever put out. My name is Matt. I'm one of the co-founders, and I'm really excited to introduce this channel and this source of media and content to you guys. And there's going to be a lot more coming out. I'm really excited for you guys to see the videos that we put out over the coming months. I think you're really going to enjoy them. So that being said, let's get into the movie review. I'm going to be going over The Fundamentals of Caring, starring Paul Rudd, Craig Roberts, and Selena Gomez. You guys probably already know Paul Rudd and Selena Gomez. Paul Rudd most recently in the Marvel franchise as Ant-Man, and then Selena Gomez through her work in multiple different movies. I think she's most known for really Wizards of Waverly Place and her music career, which are both blossoming. She's a total superstar. But if you don't know Craig Roberts, he's a kind of a lesser known actor, but he's super talented. And I actually saw him for the first time in the TV show Red Oaks. It's an Amazon Prime original. That is another fantastic TV show. It's very funny. I would highly recommend it if you have not checked it out. But then again, I am an amateur and I'm not a professional, so it's really just my opinion. But yeah, so those are the three kind of main characters. There's a lot of other characters in there that you're definitely going to recognize as in terms of like actors and actresses. I could tell you their names, but that would just bog us down. You'll definitely recognize them, and they're much smaller roles, but they do a great job with them. So let's kind of get into the overview of the plot of the movie. It follows Paul Rudd's character, Ben, who recently suffered the loss of his son in a tragic accident that they go into. And he decides to get a caregiving job to kind of make ends meet. And he goes to his first interview and meets Craig Roberts' character, Trevor, who is an 18-year-old kid with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, which is a very terrible disease that affects all your muscles and basically limits all your movements and everything. They're bound to a wheelchair, and I mean, it doesn't affect their mind or anything like that, but their body is very it struggles, and it's a very tough disease to deal with. And they one thing I like about this movie is that I feel like they address it in a good way. They're never really kind of throwing it in your face. I mean, it's obviously a pretty big theme, but it's not like overdone, which I really enjoyed. So he gets this job, and the two of them are very similar, and they're both kind of going through their own stuff. And we kind of see Trevor. He gives Ben a lot of shit, and it kind of allows Ben to loosen up, and then the two of them become a lot closer, very close actually, in a short amount of time. I mean, if someone's wiping your ass, you're gonna get pretty close to them. But in that process, Ben kind of sees how Trevor's living his life and says, "Hey, you should probably go experience the world." And one of the things that Trevor loves doing is watching all of these like daytime TV shows about tourist attraction sites across the country, and he labels them out on a map as the most boring tourist attractions in America. And so Ben comes up with an idea to it was really Trevor's idea, but the two of them are in on it, and to kind of go on a road trip to see all these different sites, culminating in the one that he's most excited to see, which is the world's deepest pit. And so they embark on their journey, and kind of early on they run into Selena Gomez's character, Dot, who is hitchhiking her way to Denver to start a new life. And instantly, Trevor falls in love with her. I mean, it's Selena Gomez. What do you expect? It's a guy who's literally never seen a live woman before, and he sees Selena Gomez for the first time, and she gives him a nice compliment, and it's over for him. And one thing I really liked about this movie was their relationship. You kind of see Selena Gomez take this sheltered kid in Trevor, this kid who's like a closed book with pages and pages of personality and deepness, and she just kind of opens him up and allows him to be free, which is a really beautiful thing to see. Another really nice aspect of the movie, or a big theme of it, is kind of the father and child dynamic. It's most prevalent with Ben and Trevor. We see this kind of with Ben being a father figure and Trevor kind of looking up to him as a father figure, but it's not quite there. It's more of like a friend-father relationship, which is really enjoyable and really funny to watch. The two of them play off each other absolutely wonderfully. And we also get to see a really nice side arc with Selena Gomez and her dad that has a beautiful resolution that kind of caps off her whole story, which is a nice little added touch that I didn't really see coming. All in all, it was a pretty good movie. I liked it quite a bit. Throughout the whole movie, I was kind of watching it, and I was thinking, 6.2, overall rating. It's a good movie. It's got a lot of heart. It's very funny. I was laughing the whole time. But it wasn't like my favorite movie of all time or anything like that. But the ending was so well done and so funny and very surprising that I ended up bumping my score up to a 6.8. So 6 out of 10 is pretty good for our first ever movie review. And this film came out in 2016. So I'm a little behind the 8 ball on the review here. But it was nominated for 3 separate awards, 2 at the Edinburgh International Film Festival, and then through the Georgia Film Critics Association. They got one as well. They didn't win any of them, but it's nice to be nominated, and they definitely deserved it. It was a great movie. It had a lot of heart. And one thing that it really did for me is it helped me look at my life and how I'm living it and how I can definitely be doing more in terms of really just everything. Because I am not inhibited by a terrible muscle disease. I am perfectly fine as far as I know, and I should be living my life more fully, kind of as Trevor figured out throughout the movie. So yeah, that's the whole review on The Fundamentals of Caring. I highly recommend it if you got an hour and a half to kill. It's terribly funny and very heartening. So thank you so much for watching. Oh, and quick thing, in every single one of the videos that I do, I will never ask you guys to like and subscribe because honestly, I don't think I should. You guys, it's your opinion. If you like it, give me a like. If you hate it, give me a dislike. If you think it was the worst thing ever, if you think this was the worst thing you've ever watched in your entire life, please tell me. I don't care. I work in telemarketing, so I deal with rejection on a daily basis. But if you like our content, you like the way we're going, then click that subscribe button. But I'm never going to ask you to do that because fuck that, dude. I hate when YouTubers say that shit. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Or if you're watching this at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep because you probably have stuff to do tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys.